What's going on, guys? CWG here. Welcome to episode 61 on the Vault Hunters SMP. Did you know 1961 flipped upside down is 1961? Interesting. Now, you guys may be wondering why I'm on a massive pile of zinc. This is all the zinc that we've dug out from the gaming district, coring that huge hole. It's a massive pile of zinc. Now, we need all this zinc for a ton, and I mean a ton of brass, because of these guys right here. We're going to be doing something awesome today. Now, you know me, I love making music in Minecraft, although I don't think I've done it on YouTube yet. Gasp. And recently, I discovered these steam whistles from Korey. You know, it's the same one that we put on the train, but these can actually be used to hold notes. If we flick a lever here, ooh, a note. Now, the way you set these up, just put lava underneath a fluid tank, then put a whistle on top, and boom, you got steam whistles. Now, note blocks are cool and all. You can have it play different notes to make a song, but there's one thing a note block cannot do, and that is sustain a note. But these guys can sustain notes. That's huge. I've always wanted a way to sustain notes in Minecraft, and Create has given it to me. This is huge. You'll see why in a second, because we don't need those silly note blocks no more. And Create also has something called a pulse extender, so we can extend the note to however long we want. Right here is just a pulse repeater to apply a pulse in there. So if I hit this button, it'll play the note for 1 second. That's going to be very useful. Now, of course, it's not that useful if all you can play is F sharp. By right-clicking on more steam whistles, you can actually change the pitch. So let's make a chord of G major really quick. The chord of G major is made by the notes G, B, and D, so let's play the chord. It's beautiful, isn't it? And we can sustain the notes however long we want. Oh, yeah. Also, if you right-click them, you can change the octaves. Here's the low octave. If you right-click it again, it'll change to the high octave. Beautiful. Alright, so create mod steam whistles give me 3 full octaves of range. Oh, we can make all kinds of music with this bad boy. Now let's hop over to the gaming district, because I've been digging out a lot of land for this bad boy. Oh, you can see it over there in the distance. I've dug out a massive area. All the redstone and stuffs and things to play the notes are gonna be down below, and there's gonna be a massive glass bridge to our organs over here. Oh yeah. We got the low octaves, the mid octave, and the high octave full range of notes ready to go. Now, in order to activate all these notes remotely, we're going to be using some redstone links, and I've come up with a clever way to do this. For instance, right here we have a note D, so let's put a redstone link down, and we'll set the frequency at D and a white concrete to show that's a natural note, not like a sharp or a flat. And thanks to the neon lights mod, we can actually put in letters as filters to keep track of the notes. It's going to make it way easier. For instance, here is a D sharp. So we could put a D and a up arrow showing that this is a D sharp. Then we have to switch these redstone links to receive mode, and they're ready to play some notes. Now let me grab a schematic here called organ fix. This will make more sense in a second. Let's slap this down. Load the schematic into a cannon, provide some redstone links, and let's hit the play button. And it's gonna print all our redstone links in the proper position with the proper redstone filter. See, I've already set this up in creative, and I pretty much had to do it this way, because what I wanted to do is have white be the high octave, yellow be the middle octave, and red be the low octave. Turns out in the neon light mod, you can't actually craft these red and orange ones. The way you're supposed to do it is put down the neon light first, and then you dye it. But here's the thing, if you break it, you don't get the red E back yet. So I've already built this whole song in creative. I mean, that's how I know how to dig it out, but I don't want to show you guys yet. I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I had no idea that you couldn't actually like craft these things. But thanks to the schematic cannon, it actually remembers what the frequencies are for these redstone links, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. So now we have a way to remotely operate each note using redstone links. Just have to make sure I set them all to receive first. Now all we have to do is make the song programming. And what I have right here is the song. I built the song creative. I'll show you guys how it works after we print it in, but you can see this thing's gonna be huge. I think I actually need to rotate it. Give me a second to get the schematic in place. Hey, and it looks like all my measurements are correct. This, my friends, is what I've been working on the past few days. Just ignore the floor twitching. That's normal. Remember, this is all just a hologram. See, it doesn't really exist. This entire piece of redstone spaghetti starts with pressing this button right here, and it's gonna play the Interstellar theme song. You guys ever watched the movie Interstellar? It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it has an amazing soundtrack, and I just had to build it in Minecraft. It was like a random shower thought that I had. I'd be like, how cool would it be if you made the Interstellar theme song using the create whistles? And that's what I did. Now, if you look at this monstrosity, you may think one thing. That is an absolute butt ton of redstone links, because remember, each redstone link represents one note. So if you count all the redstone links, you can technically find out how many notes are in this song. And luckily, that's what we're about to do. So let's put in our Interstellar schematic, drop a book in here, and see how many materials we're gonna need. Now we can ignore all the leaves and rose quartz. I accidentally grabbed part of the generator in my schematic. I'll show you guys in the creative world in a bit. But we need 89 pulse extenders, 296 pulse repeaters, 448 redstone links. Yeah, now keep in mind, it takes a brass casing to make redstone links, meaning we need blocks of brass, and we're gonna need 400. I think I mathed it out earlier. It's something we need 1,500 brass. But of course, that's why we have all that zinc ready to go at our Mech-Create Island. So I say let's play some relaxing music and fortune up some zinc. Oh, baby, that's a lot of zinc. And we ended up getting 3,415 raw zinc. Now that's what I'm talking about. Next step is to compress it into blocks of raw zinc. Then we're gonna spit it into the crusher. And that ended up giving us 6 stacks of raw zinc blocks. That's a lot of zinc. Let's throw it into the crusher. It's gonna get crushed up, and it's gonna drop a butt ton of these nuggets of experience, which can be used as bottles of XP. I think if you right click it, put in half a stack, yeah, we consume the whole thing. Pretty good. And we're gonna get a ton of this stuff. Oh my gosh, look at all that zinc. Tasty, tasty. Now all we have to do is smelt the thousands of crushed zinc into zinc ingots. Wow, we ended up getting 2,500 nuggets of experience from that. That's a bit bananas. It's gonna take a hot minute to smelt through all this zinc. Holy bananas. Now in order to make brass, we come to our brass mixer 3000, insert all the zinc into our zinc input chest. Boom. And we have 13,000 copper in the system, so we throw the copper into the other one. Fire up our blazy boy with a few blaze rods, and he's ready to go. So I'm gonna make a metric butt ton of this brass and try to get our material list together. And I'm hoping that's enough zinc, because I don't know where I'm gonna find myself more zinc if that's not enough. That's literally all the zinc from the quarry. See you guys in a sec. All right, status update. I've been going through the list, checking it twice. We have a full shulker full of pulse extenders, pulse repeaters, redstone repeaters, and in the other shulker we have 3.5 stacks of brass blocks. That's because we need to make brass casings, which are made by right-clicking brass onto chromatic iron, but I don't want to have to do that a cajillion times, so I made a quick and dirty setup right here. Inside of this chest, you throw in all your chromatic iron blocks. And in this chest, you put in your blocks of brass. I did that backwards, didn't I? What I meant to say is you put your blocks of brass up on the top and your chromatic iron through the side. And look at that! It's automatically making the casings for us. This will be way easier than doing it by hand. Also, we ended up with a ton of leftover zinc. We have all this zinc here. It's still making more brass. Inside our system, we have another 1,400 zinc. So we actually had way more zinc than we actually needed, which is surprising. So I'm going to wait for these brass casings to be done. I'll meet you guys back. And there we go. We got 7 stacks of redstone links and all this stuff. Let's run the book through the schematic cannon and double check to make sure we got everything we need. And yeah, looks like we're good to go. I'm gonna hit the play button here, and let's pop into a time lapse. This is gonna be crazy. I think it's done. Oh, baby, look at it all. It's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go around here and give everything a last second look. Now, what's awesome about the schematic cannon is it even remembers the timing that you put in, like, your pulse repeaters and your pulse extenders. For instance, you can see here, every redstone link is a note. Like, this is going to be an A, an E. There's low F being held for 3 seconds because it's going to go like, bom, 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 bom. Oh, baby. Oh, here's one discrepancy. This sticky piston needs a block update. There we go. That can happen sometimes, so make sure you double check that. Well, I mean, I think the only way to test it now is to just play it. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Now, like I said, this button will start the whole song. I also added a receiver here with 2 sticky pistons, so that way we can activate it remotely. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press this button. That way you guys can see the steam whistles go off, and I'll edit in what the redstone looks like at the top of the screen so you guys can see both at once. Ready? Let's go. I'm so nervous. Press the button. Skirt. Oh man, this took me like 6 hours on a Saturday to make. I hope you guys enjoyed the song. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Alright, let me give you a brief recap of how this thing works. For the most part, all the redstone just runs in a line. Let's hit the button. You can hear the music going on up there. And if I can get a high enough... let's just free cam this. This will be easier. I mean, as you can see, the redstone's literally just going along the path like a big game of Snake. Now, I'm pretty proud of this contraption right here. You'll see once the redstone gets over here. Yeah, it's this part where it goes da 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 da. It's just B and C notes going into a circle. See? B and C. And then the block retracts at just the right time when it's to the next part of the song, and then it resets itself ready for the next playthrough. That ended up saving me probably 100 redstone links with this little loop-de-doop here. Otherwise, I think this part is my favorite because of how fast the notes go. In fact, can we even see? Oh, yeah, there it is. Look how fast it goes. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And then here's the little chord progression at the end, which is just a bunch of redstone extenders, blah, blah, blah. It holds a chord. It's beautiful, the chord of F major. So yeah, there you go. Interstellar in Minecraft. Now, if you guys want to hear the song again, I'm gonna upload just the song part to my second channel. But yeah, all that's left to do now is to extend the glass platform because I want you to be able to walk across, look down, and see the insane amount of redstone spaghetti that was needed in order to make this song. But now, whenever you're at the gaming district and you want to listen to some music, you can just come over here and hit the button. Ah! I fell. Now you guys may be wondering, CWG, how the heck did you know all the notes for Interstellars? How did you manage to figure out the rhythms to put delays on these different things? I'll put a picture on the screen, but I used a video of someone's little piano rendition of the Interstellar theme song. Then I put my own twists on it, selected the proper octaves that I wanted the notes at, and then boom, I'm able to recreate it in Minecraft. So basically any song that I can find an online piano guide for, I can make it in Minecraft with these steam whistles. Let's go. Now let me know if there's any other songs you would want me to build, and preferably maybe a little bit less complicated than this one. I mean, There's 7 stacks of redstone links here. This is kind of insane. And surprisingly, this doesn't really cause any lag because when the song's not playing, everything's just sitting here and not doing anything. So it's also lag friendly. Oh yeah, I told you guys I'd show off my creative test world, so here you go. Just to prove that I built this myself, I made a massive stone platform using building gadgets to create the song, and I have the organs down below so that way I can hear it while it's being played. And yes, this is the same world that has our train and the generator and Wipeout, although the platform did end up going over the generator, so sorry generator. Oh, and over here is where I made the schematic for the different redstone links, because that was pretty much the only way I could do it. So yeah, there you go, a little bit behind the scenes of how I did this. Wait, we're playing Vault Hunters? I thought we were just making music. Yeah, let's get back to Vault Hunter stuffs and things. We don't even have any crates to open because I've been so busy with that project. We can start with doing this item submission. 36 Vault Essence is easy peasy. Submit that, claim a crate, and we actually have a good amount of pearls to work with. This is very nice. 33 Beniatite ore is pretty nice because you get 16 knowledge. Normally I'd be like, yeah, 6 skill essence, but we're all waiting for update 9 to come out. Yeah, let's just do the Benny Boy one. We could pop open this guy and we get 16 vault ingots. Those are very, very nice, and they're worth a lot of soul dust. All right, let's make ourselves a crystal and get some Benny Boys. What do we need? Pork chop mycelium. Oh, well. Luckily, I have 3.8k mycelium from clearing out the area, so that came in use. Half a stack of kappa, bunch of pork chop and bamboo, easy. All right, let's hop into a vault. I haven't been into a vault in a couple days now, so we gotta work off that rust. Ooh, and we got an elixir and bonus living. You love to see it. Let's go find out what's worth a lot of elixir, hopefully ores, because we need ores. All right, so how much are wooden chests worth? Oh, mega. Okay, wood is worth a lot. Living is also worth a lot. Okay, this is very, very good. I'm not going to turn down a chance for bonus living. What the heck? That guy's he's got a goat head. I thought I was the goat. Zombies aren't worth anything, so that's kind of sad. Ooh, and we got an ore pocket so we can see how much ores are worth. Tier 3 skeleton, not a problem. All right, ores, show me what you got. They're worth, medium amount. I feel like ores are always worth the same. Oh, mega. Oh, we got a daytime village room. Let's get into those dungeons. Because daytime village room means living chests, or at least I'm pretty sure. Now you just have to make sure you mark your way back in these guys, because you will get lost in here easily. But you also be rewarded with lots of living chests. Give me. They're also worth a good amount of elixir too, so that's a good thing. Look at all these livings. Honestly, the catacombs themselves are not too hard to take out. It's definitely worth it with all the living chests that you could get. Just pop a spotter, mine some livings, easy day. Oh, I found the last room in the dungeon. And there's lots of livings in here, let's go. And some pesky slimes, which poison each other, funny enough. And now we get to get all these living chests, let's go. Because right now, knowledge essence is pretty much the #1 thing I'm looking for. I want to unlock all the mods, so that way I can get to that delicious auto crafting. My baby, my automatic genius. I'll mine however many living chests it takes. Well, thank you, village dungeon. But we are pretty behind when it comes to elixir, not getting as much as I thought we would. A big reason is the fact that mobs aren't worth any. Oh, is there an elite here? Look at that. A zombie elite. If we get hit by him, that's embarrassing, and I will retire. Alright, here we go. Don't embarrass me, zombie elite. Just get crit and die. Get crit and yeah, let's go. I don't have to retire. Everyone rejoices. Also, can you believe it, guys? We're at 61 episodes already. Feels like we just started the series yesterday, but in reality, we started it 5 months ago now. I'm very curious to see how long it's gonna last. Guess it depends on the speed of the updates. How is there no Benny Boys here? If I'm not gonna complete the elixir, I at least want the Benny Boys. Here we go. Now we're talking some Benny Boys. That's what you like to see. You guys remember at the beginning of the series where we absolutely needed Benny Boys? Like, we weren't able to make knowledge stars or skill orbs without them. It was like savage. Well, those days, thankfully, are behind us now. I have not needed more Beniatite realistically since the early game. We've been getting plenty from the vault. Omega. Omega. Oh my gosh, Gilded is worth a ton. Omega. Okay, we need to be looking for Gilded. How have I not found Gilded until just now? Give me more. Guys, we found Sparkletea door, and we have, yes, that's the one key we have. And I remembered my shulker box. Yo, this is like, this never happens. All right, we got our key room. Maybe we can finally get a legendary bounty. That's all I really care about because it would be really cool. But what do we got? A bunch of gear, a bunch of jewels, and a couple fundamental foci. All right, let's just grab everything. And let's mine up that treasure sand. Will it give us pag gems? Will it give us that legendary bounty? Please. Well, we did get a bunch of pag gems, but no legendary bounty, sadly. Even got some diamonds. Oh wait, there's one more treasure sand. I know last time I was in a treasure room, I think I forgot one sand, and like people pointed it out in the comments. I'm like, guys always see what I miss, don't you? It's kind of funny because like if I didn't make YouTube videos, I would have no idea that I ever missed anything. Well, with 5 minutes left, there's no way we're gonna complete this bounty unless we find a library room or something last minute. 13,000 XP, 121 chests looted. We're getting like at least 10,000 XP for Vault now. That's pretty good. Let's drop off all those tasty pog gems that we got, and I'll let you know if any of these jewels are good and we can roll some of this gear. Also, we ended up getting 190 knowledge essence. Well, chances are I haven't emptied my pouches in a while, but still, it's a lot of knowledge. So we did get a few decent ones, especially this plus 7.5 mining speed's pretty good. Got a couple more things to add to our blacklist here, which is up to 176 slots full. I'm definitely already starting to notice that I get a lot less junk in my inventory. 2 fundamental foci is always nice. And we actually have an epic plus level 59 idol. That's kind of interesting. I wonder what we're gonna get on it. Let's roll. We got the Bard boots. Well, everything sucked, but let's take a look at our epic idol here. It has 14% Wendar affinity. The current one that we're using also has 14%, okay? Maybe if I roll it, we can get some crazy stuff. Ooh, we got 34% mana regen on it. And the extra mana, so if we ever wanted to swap our shield, actually our shield is gonna die soon, so maybe we will swap to this idol. It's gonna give us a bunch of extra mana regen, which is gonna be nice. CWG, have you made any progress on the megabase? That's you. That's you guys asking me that. Well, let's go check it out. And the answer is... no, I've been too distracted making that song. But I did have the great idea that this is where we could put all our memes, on the wall of the dry dock. So since this is where I think the wall's gonna be, let's just start putting memes here. And with that, it's Meme of the Daytime. Today's meme comes from Dynamax from the Discord. CWG getting rid of the infinite water bucket. Fans, CWG brings back the infinite water bucket. Happy. And with that, we're out of time for today's episode. I'll catch you guys in the next one. CWG, out.